Okay, so as I was getting this ready, I accidentally hit my remote and it went to Netflix. And the first thing I saw was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers under season 19 coming Friday, whatever. And like that's not true. It's they call it reignition. It just looks prettier. That's it. They tried that with the reverse and it was an epic fail. So I don't know why they're doing it again. But at the same time that came up, I had the shirt in my hand. I was like, must be a sign. But enough talk about controversial violence, explosions, theatrics, and the brutal murder of rat-like creatures. We're here to talk about Ozzy Osbourne. Um, so basically, I was going on my phone to text my friends here, because we have a group chat, and I was going to rant because I got spoiled on something on a movie that I would like to see that's still in theaters. I got a major spoiler. By and it wasn't some YouTuber like it was a news outlet, and I was so pissed off. I was gonna talk to them about it, and when I opened up our group chat, I saw a picture. I see this GIF of Ozzy singing "Mama, I'm Coming Home." I'm like, that's interesting. I had to thought briefly, but I was like, okay, whatever. And I scroll up, and that's when I see somebody posted a link in here, and it says Ozzy Osbourne, lead singer of the legendary rock group Black Sabbath, who did more than maybe any other musician to help shape the dark, hard-parting image of the heavy metal genre, even once biting the head off a bat, which the reference I made earlier, on stage, died Tuesday at the age of 76, his family announced. And is more with it's their quote, which will probably be on the article. And I was like, wait a minute, because I didn't get to the part where he said he died, but that's when I was like, wait, what? And then I scrolled up, and then a friend that posted Ozzy Osbourne died, R.I.P. I'm like, okay, so my fears were confirmed. And I'm both shocked, surprised, but not at all surprised, because he was Ozzy Osbourne. Like, he's done a lot of things, been through a lot of things, his health and everything. So I wasn't like that surprised, but also like I am, you know. And like, especially since they just did a Black Sabbath farewell performance. I heard it was good. I haven't seen it, but I've seen pictures. And again, like that too, I was like, okay. Like I didn't think it'd be just a few weeks later. But yeah, and then I started like the Black Sabbath page at that same time. The concert happened, started posting videos, music videos of their songs, and like, but with other singers singing them. Like somebody else doing a War Pigs, which is my favorite Black Sabbath song, my favorite one. That's the reason I bought that Call of Duty game. I ain't gonna lie. Um, and Jack Black, he sung one too in a video. Like I didn't know what was going on in this. Like okay, so yeah. Now before we get into this article, I have a quick story. My grandma, my church-going grandma, very religious, brought herself a scarf or a bandana. We wear like yeah, no, it was a scarf because she wrapped it around, and it was this giant picture of, and she asked me who it was. She was so happy about it, and she said, "Look at the scarf I brought, but who is this on it?" And at first, I thought it was Alanis Morissette because it looked like her from like You Ought to Know. I just saw long black hair and somebody wearing all black. It's from like the '90s, but no. And also, I wasn't wearing my glasses, but I looked at it closer and was like, and I looked at it closer, and I started laughing and asked my cousin who was there. And my grandma was like, "What?" We're like, "Grandma, that is Ozzy Osbourne on your scarf." And she's like, "Ozzy Osbourne?" Like, yeah, the Prince of Darkness. And she still loves the scarf. It still wore it for a while after that. So that goes to show you. That goes to show you. Um, Also, as a wrestling fan, like, it was always cool whenever he showed up. He again was one of the very few guest hosts that didn't just think up the product, you know, him and his family. And also, he would sometimes open the show. with a song like pay-per-views. Like it would be awesome. Like you would know. You would just start up like Night of Champions, and then it'd be like Ozzy just singing the song. It was awesome. Yeah. So let us read this. This is from New York Post. London. Oh, I thought that was someone else. Why is this still playing? Anyway, Black Sabbath legend Ozzy Osbourne, Prince of Darkness, dead at 76. So Michael Jamal Warner yesterday, now Ozzy. But Ozzy again, like he was very sick and everything. So um, the Blizzard of Oz has ended. Ozzy Osbourne, legendary Prince of Darkness and one of heavy metal's most iconic voices, has died at 76. Ozzy Osbourne performing at his farewell concert in Birmingham, England. Yeah, I saw these pictures. Well, he looks better here than when I saw. Like his hair was like lighter. He looked more tired. He looks pretty cool here. Uh, okay. Osbourne with his wife, Sharon Osbourne, and actor Jason Momoa. That's okay. Backstage at the final concert, Ozzy was slashed in actual roles with Guns N' Roses. Those are more controversial rock stars with more actual roles, but yeah. He died surrounded by love, his family said in a statement to the Post. Oh, okay. Shortly after his death on Tuesday. It is with more sadness than mere words they convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. A statement from his wife and four of his six kids said. Wife and four of his six kids? Kelly Osbourne and like Jack Osbourne, and there are other ones. I only got six though. Oh, by the way, on the subject of Kelly Osbourne, I briefly was into her music, very very briefly, and I really liked the song she did with Ozzy, which the cover of Black Sabbath's "Changes." Yeah, obviously Charles Bradley's cover, woo, woo, but their cover though was good in a different way. Um, he was with his family, surrounded by love. We had to respect our privacy at this time. Sarah, Jack, Kelly, Amy, and Lewis. Okay. News of Osbourne death comes more than 5 years after he announced Parkinson's. Yeah, he had Parkinson's less than 3 weeks after his final show, Black Sabbath, in the band's hometown of Birmingham, England. Uh, the metal master was known for his outrageous antics as much as groundbreaking hard rock achievements. Yes. The former Black Sabbath frontman bit the head off a dove. Yeah, during a 1981 record company meeting. Allegedly, he bit the head off a bat during a 1982 show in Des Moines, Iowa. You did that twice? Ozzy also reportedly snorted a line of ants. I heard that story, yeah, while he was on tour with outrageous rockers Motley Crue. According to the band's documentary, The Dirt, like that's not even the weirdest thing I've heard a rock star snorting. Like we had a conversation in a group chat, and our friends were like, he was like, not Keith Moon, I was confused him, Keith Richards, in that what they have survived drug wise is just unheard of. And apparently, Ozzy had his genes looked at, and he's basically superhuman in that respect. That's why he survived all that. And Smile was like, I wonder if that's what Keith Richards has. Cause like, yeah, because Keith Richards, he famously snorted his own father's ashes, I heard. So yeah, it's insane. But I heard, yeah, it was a documentary from Keith Richards himself. He said that, yeah. Yeah. Osbourne on stage at the British Summertime Festival 2014. Yeah. Ozzy sounds copies of the album Patient Number 9 in 2022. Yeah. In 1982, the outrageous singer even arrested for urinating on the Cenotaph, a landmark of the Alamo. Yeah, I heard about that. He was banned for like a while, yeah. Didn't it make news when he was able to come back? This was not that long ago. However, the exploits of uh, However, the exploits only fed his legendary career both as Sabbath's lead singer and as a solo artist, yeah. And reality TV star. See, yeah, in the MTV series, The Osbournes, which I'm not big into reality TV, but I was around during that time, so I did watch a good bit of it, especially because my family liked reality TV. So I watched some of this. They were interesting, funny. Ozzy Origins, Black Sabbath members Bill Ward, Geezer Butler, awesome name, Osbourne, and Tommy Lammy in 1970. Ozzy looks young there, but I suppose he is young there. Well, he was born in 39, yeah. So, no, 76. 40. He was young, yeah. Uh, on stage in 1973. Born John Michael Osbourne. Oh, there it is, 1948, December 3, 1948. He was nicknamed Ozzy in primary school. So, yeah, 1948. But yeah, yeah. He was like 22 in that picture, yeah. He had a challenging childhood, but music provided him with an outlet. Learning was difficult for him due to dyslexia. In the future Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Future. He's not in there? Claimed to have been sexually abused by bullies when he was 11. Yeah. He also recalled attempting to unalive himself as a teen. Yeah. Osbourne attended the Black Sabbath Town Hall, 2013 in New York City. His name was Sharon. Osbourne and Sharon with her dog. Yeah. Osbourne credited the Beatles in their 1964 song "Slow" for inspiring him to pursue a music career. When he was 15, he dropped out of school and worked several trade jobs. 2 years later, he spent 6 weeks in Winson Green prison because he was unable to pay a fine after stealing from a clothing store. Osbourne was thrown out of Black Sabbath in 1979 for drug and alcohol abuse, which in 1979, in the studio 54 years, that's saying something there. Uh, Once released, Osbourne and his friend Geezer Butler formed their first band, Rare Breed, with Ozzy on vocals, Butler on bass. The two formed Black Sabbath in 1968 with a guitarist Tony Lammy and drummer Bill Ward. The band is highly regarded as a major influence in the development of heavy metal music. With acts like Paranoid, great song, War Pigs, fucking great song, and Iron Man. Funny story going back to wrestling. If you were around in the 90s like I was, then you know who Vince Russo is in WCW. And you also know that they just took liberties. I mean, so did ECW, but WCW, that was a bigger platform. So more eyeballs saw that. And one of the liberties they took is Vince Russo's theme song was just Paranoid. Not Paranoid, I'm sorry, Iron Man. Which is funny because on the Independence, the Road Warriors, now they both rest in peace, the original members, Hawk and Animal, their theme song was also Iron Man. And I've heard anything about a problem. But when Vince Russo used it, Ozzy was like, nah, no. He was one in a long line of people that told WCW, nah, no. So yeah. Uh, Maybe because the Road Warriors actually used the like um, Iron Man with the whole opening and everything. Vince Russo tried to change it, but he didn't. It was literally the same song. Uh, Osbourne performs with Black Sabbath in Holmdel, New Jersey, 2013. Black Sabbath. The group, as well as Osbourne himself, often criticized for the music's dark and sometimes satanic themes. Okay, we're getting to this. When we started gigging way back when, as soon as we started playing songs, opening chords, young girls and artists would fucking freak out. He told Enemy in 2016 they thought we were Satan's fucking friends or something, which is interesting because a lot of bands, especially from that time, had that. that reputation. It just wasn't true. Like there was literally one band off top that actually was. And that was Coven. Beyond that, not Kiss, who got a lot of that. They were not like that. And Gene Simmons is a born again Christian, so that's a conflict. So yeah, uh, that's when the whole Prince of Darkness shit started. And he explained about the origin of this nickname. When people got excited about Halloween coming around each year, all I think is, well, you just have Halloween every fucking night. In the early days of the band, Osbourne married his first wife, Thelma Riley, in 1971, before they welcomed their daughter Jessica and son Louis, 1972 and 75, respectively. The rocker adopted her son Elliot Kingsley. So when I read the name Elliot, E.T.'s voice popped into my head. Nightmare Fuel, who was born in 1966. The couple divorced in 72. Osbourne was fired from Black Sabbath in 1979 for drug and alcohol abuse, which he later revealed felt hypocritical at the time. I literally made the reference. Like, yeah, like, Osbourne bit the head off a bat during a concert in 82. Is this that concert? Holy shit. Well, there it is. There, yeah. I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel betrayed by what happened with Black Sabbath. He wrote in his 2009 memoir, I Am Ozzy. I remember when that came out, yeah. I never read it though. We were four blokes who grew up together a few streets apart. We were more like we were like family, like brothers. And find me for being fucking fucked up was hypocritical bullshit because we were all fucked up. Ozzy had it way a little worse, didn't he? If you're stoned and I'm stoned, and you're telling me that I'm fired because I'm stoned, how can that be? Because I'm slightly more stoned than you are. Like I said, he was hilarious. That's when Sharon Arden, daughter of Black Sabbath's manager Don Arden, decided to manage Osbourne as a solo act. Is that how they got started? Okay. Osbourne was Sharon Arden in 1981. Osbourne in the back of the car with his son Louis in 81. Osbourne and Sharon with their children Amy, Kelly, and Jack in 87. You would go on to make 12 solo albums with hits like Crazy Train. Love that song. Love that song. And what was that song from the late 2000s that sampled it? They were like, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how you do that. Like, I'm hearing so many samples of older songs and they're just messing them up. Like, no. Mom, I'm Coming Home. Yeah. No More Tears. Osbourne sold over 100 million albums as a solo artist and a member of Black Sabbath. Both the band and Ozzy, as a solo act, were inducted to the UK Music Hall of Fame in '05. He joined the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I thought so. As a member of Black Sabbath in '06. Okay. The article contradicted itself. Like, my goodness. Uh, Ozzy also made headlines for his outlast behavior, including the bad incident, yeah. In January 1982, and the drunken peeing at Alamos. Yeah, we talked about both of those already. His whole career, starting with his debut album, Blizzard of Oz, was also marred by tragedy when close friend and guitarist Randy Rhoads was killed in '82 in a plane crash that struck Osbourne's tour bus. Wow. Rhoads was just 25. A master of reality. Yeah. I heard so much about this show and I watched some of it, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you I was like a fan or anything. But whatever their repertoire, I knew what it was. 4 months later, Osbourne married Sarah, one of the most significant relationships of his career. I did his family filming the Osbournes in '02. I remember a commercial, the Osbournes, the Osmonds. I didn't know who the Osmonds were back then. Knowing who they are now, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Like polar opposites, which I guess was the idea. Uh, the family on MTV's TRL in '04. Oh yeah, that came back, didn't it? Hmm. The couple had three kids: Amy, 41, Kelly, 40, Jack, 39. The family would go on to reach a new level of fame in their first of its kind reality show. Was it? Okay. The Osbournes, the Grammy Awards. Uh, uh, The Osbourne celebrating Ozzy's 75th birthday, 2023. Aside from Amy, who refused to take part in the series, the Osbournes invited cameras into their home to chronicle rock and roll domestic life and the family and their many dogs. Okay, where was I? Okay, here we are. The show premiered March '02, ran for 3 years. Its first season was the most viewed series in MTV history at the time. Jack later alleged his father hated filming the show. One of my favorite things Ozzy did was with his family when and they showed up in Austin Powers, I believe the third movie, no, the second movie, and Ozzy's pointing out why I don't like the third movie, which is they already did those jokes. The second movie, I got it. That was more tongue in cheek. That's how Mike Myers is. But doing it for the third time didn't work for me. He was like, I heard he did with this stuff. It was hilarious, man. Like you just kept pointing out why, why it didn't work, and they were breaking. I don't believe that was part of the movie. Like he just kept going. It was hilarious. Uh, I don't know how the Kardashians are doing it for so long. Isn't this crazy? At the end, Ozzy retired in January 2023. I'm not sorry I did it, but after 3 or 4 years, do you know? Do you know what we're going to lose? Somebody because it's getting too crazy. We're going to lose. What? Do you know what we're going to lose? Somebody because it's getting crazy. You continue adding so traumatized him and his family down. There's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is pretty intense, but that Osbourne level was unthinkable. The kids paid for it. They all ended up doing drugs. Jax got clean and sober on that show. Kelly messed up on that show. I was messed up, and Sarah got cancer. Ooh. Sarah was diagnosed with colon cancer. Excuse me. Underwent surgery and chemotherapy. Ozzy, Sarah, Jack, and Kelly Osbourne turned in another television convention upside down inside out in the series Osbourne's Reloaded. They did it again. Ozzy Osbourne attending the ceremony with the original lineup of Black Sabbath was inducted to the Rock Walk of Fame at Guitar Center, Los Angeles, November 18, 1992. Ozzy reunited with Black Sabbath on several occasions and rejoined the group in 2013 to record his final album, 13, which I heard some of it. It is pretty awesome. He also joined the band on his farewell tour from 2016 to 2017. Some of those performances I did see because I thought that was going to be their final time. So I watched some of those on YouTube. The rocker struggled heavily with drug and alcohol addiction throughout his life. He was introduced to cocaine in 1971 and later claimed he took LSD every day for 2 years while in Black Sabbath. Wow. At the end of his time with the band, the musician said he got very drunk and stoned every single day. In September 1989, Osbourne charges got him into legal trouble when he allegedly tried to, ooh, okay, tried to unalive his wife. Allegedly. Osbourne performed on a bath throne while with the original Black Sabbath members at his farewell concert. Now, why does he look really familiar? Is that Ted Nugent? Because Osbourne when we talk, oh, thank goodness, James Hetfield. Oh, I apologize for that. I saw the hat and the hair. That's all I saw. Okay, I know who James Hetfield is. I love Metallica. I was that close to seeing them for free. I know who they are. That was on me. Again, I just saw the hat and the hair. The crowd at Villa Park for Sabbath's Back to the Beginning concert. That's the final one. Osbourne seen performing for the last time. He was too intoxicated to remember the incident, and Sharon ended up dropping the criminal charges against him, but the judge still ordered Ozzy to complete 6 months of rehab. we've come to a decision that, oh wow, that you got that, wow, recalled Ozzy saying before he allegedly strangled her. Wow. That is, wow. Wow. He was calm, very calm. Very, very calm. She said in the AD series biography, Nine Lives of Ozzy Osbourne. Uh, I felt the stuff on the table, and it felt the panic button, and just pressed it. That's the thing I do. The police were there. It's not exactly one of my greatest fucking achievements. Ozzy added. No, I would imagine not. Uh, Ozzy, Kelly, and Sharon Osbourne posed backstage following Kelly Osbourne's first night of Chicago. The stage show at the Cambridge Theater. Yeah, on September 10, 2007. So wait, Kelly Osbourne was in Chicago? I know she's a singer, but I imagine her being a part of a show like that. But okay. I mean, Alice Cooper's doing Jesus Christ Superstar, so yeah. He was sober for many years, but in April 2013, Osbourne saw on Facebook that he had been drinking and doing drugs for the past year and a half. February 2021, he told Variety that he had been sober for 7 years. Good. The following August, Osbourne said that he was fed up with the staggering amount of gun violence in America. Yeah, we all are. And he and Sarah will be moving to the UK. However, he later walked back his statement and said he would rather stay in the States. That's a whole other conversation. Like, people were trying to talk about moving and Trump got in the White House, but it's not good anywhere. But that's a whole other. I'm American now, to be honest with you. I don't want to go back to England. You reiterated, fuck that. Okay. The rocker canceled his 2023 tour 3 months before it was scheduled to kick off and declared that his touring career was officially over. Okay. Bill Ward, Ozzy, Geezer, Butler, and Tony Lamy of Black Sabbath announced their first new album in 33 years and a world tour at the Whiskey A Go Go, November 11, 2011, or 11/11/11. They really doing stuff like that to comparisons to the. I'm joking. Um, this is probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to share with my loyal fans. He captioned the announcement on social media. He thanked and apologized to the fans who bought tickets to his postponed 2019 show, saying he was honestly humbled by the way you've all patiently held on to your tickets for all this time. My one and only purpose during this time has been to get back on the stage, he said. My singing voice is fine. Oh my goodness. However, after 3 operations, stem cell treatments, endless physical therapy, and most recently groundbreaking cybernetics HAL treatment, my body is still physically weak, he added. Despite the announcement he was quitting touring in 2023, he returned to the stage one last time earlier this month to perform with Black Sabbath with a band for a concert in his hometown. I'd love to say never, but the last 6 years or so, it's time. He told The Guardian 2 months before the concert, I lived on the road for 50 odd years, and I've kind of got used to not picking up my bags and getting up on this bus again. Osbourne also opened up by his Bible pockets and shortly before his death. Wake up the next morning and find out something else is going wrong, he said in May. You begin to think this is never going to end. Kelly took to social media shortly before the rock star to dispel rumors that the famous father was dying. Okay. She posted on her Instagram, so there's this video going around social media, and it's supposed to be Ozzy, but it's AI. Oh, that's messed up. Quick break. Okay. That's why DoorDash. Um, and it starts off by saying, I don't need a doctor to tell me that I'm gonna die. I'm gonna. The TV personality, I know what the fuck is wrong, you people. I'll just spend your time making a video like this. My thoughts exactly. The former fashion police also. Oh my, that's it. Yeah, I remember that. I wasn't a fan. Who got gazed at her dad's final Black Sabbath show. Oh. Then clarified that Ozzy is not dying. Yes, his progress, yes, his mobility is completely different than it used to be, but he's not dying. She said, "What's wrong with you?" Kelly also took a moment to slim rumors that her parents had her. Oh, come on. Come on now. But Sarah suggests this much. This has been a read. That was bullshit. My mom said to get attention at one time. Kelly concluded, Dad's not dying. Stop. I just survived by his wife Sarah and their children Amy, Kelly, Jack, as well as the children from the first marriage to Thelma Riley, uh, 71, Jessica, 45, Lewis, 50. Ozzy also adopted Riley's son from previous relationship, now 59, during their marriage, which lasted from 71 to 82. They also, the late star also had 10 grandchildren. Well, that was quite the read. Wow. Heavy metal would never be the same. Music would never be the same. Rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne. Thank you for watching.